Hello everyone, I am Wolfblood, and we are going to be a couple rules. In today's WEF, Deku will be considered a Grey Jedi. The rules are, there is no light without darkness. Fought person, I gain force. Fought knowledge, I gain power. Fought strength, I gain strength. Fought victory, I gain harmony. There is only the force. That's basically the Grey Jedi. We're not a Jedi because we do not follow the Jedi code completely. And we're not a Sith because we do not follow the dark side code completely. So yeah. Deku will be able to use the full Jedi abilities if he go full Jedi, or he can go full Sith, aka a villain. So, he could be a hero or villain. But right now, I'm having him as a Grey Jedi. So, what's going to happen is Deku, he's born into a normal life. Like, he has a quirk, pretty awesome. But the name of the quirk is going to be called the Force. So, we all know how the Force works. If you don't, well, it's basically telekinesis, but stronger. And there's more than one version of it, where it is force choke, force pull, force push, force lightning, and I think that's about it. Actually, no, there's force time slow. I know about those five. I might be missing a lot more. I know there's a lot more, trust me. So, if you know any more force abilities, because Deku is going to have a lot of force abilities. So, well, yeah. So, 4 years later, Deku guy's quirk checkout. Different doctor. The doctor says, well, your son has a quirk, and it's basically a better version of yours. And Inko says, oh, my son has basically a telekinesis quirk? And he says, no, not really. We're calling it the Force. The reason why is because he's able to, um, pick up something, like normal telekinesis, or push it, making a wave, or, choking someone. And there's a lightning version and a time slow version. You can put on an object or on a person. That's basically all we know for right now. There might be more. We don't know. Well, and Inko says, oh, so can you describe in more detail? As the doctor says, oh, wait. Hey, I forgot about something. You see how your son has normal eyes, correct? And Inko says, yeah. Yes, I do. Then the doctor says, if we get him very angry, his eyes turn into orange, and his ability gets intensified by 10 or 20. We don't exactly know. All we know is it's more dangerous. If he is doing more good things than bad, it will be considered weaker, but it's still strong. By right now, he's between. He's kind of like a gray area. Where, when he uses the more good side, aka, we're going to just call it light side, his eyes start to turn blue. But right now, they're his natural color eyes. Because he's, not in like an angry mood or using it for good. basically there's a bad and good side. So we're going to say one's going to be a light side and a dark side. That's basically what we got. And Inko, take this into mind. So, oh, um, I'm thinking Deku will be probably more. It's going to be a hero, but Deku will naturally be more drawn to Grey. He's a Grey Force user, so his power is deadly and very dangerous. Which, if you use normal Force lightning under or the light side, is considered to be very weak. It's weaker than Dark Sidious. No, Emperor Palpatine is weaker than his. And I want to say his is normal lightning. Actually, about stronger than normal lightning. So yeah. There are zero negative side effects upon this quirk. But Deku also has a second quirk, known as Super... Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to give him a Super Intelligence quirk. Because I want him to make lightsabers. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. My little sister just wanted to know where her dog was. So, I'm actually going to make it where... Ooh, what's the lightsaber? You know what? I'm going to give him the super rare black lightsaber and the ghost saber. Actually, no. Ooh, what should I give him? Hold on, give me a second. I decide to give him a black lightsaber. Reason why is because there has not been that many Jedi users. I know there actually, well, to be considered, um, the Grey Jedi are mostly bounty hunters, so it works. So Deku is, um, so let me get some water. Water. Um, Deku is going to be pretty powerful because the black saber is technically one of the most powerful lightsabers you can get. Um, so, with that in mind, and, I want to say this will be Dick. Actually, no, this will be his first form hero outfit. But, anyways, back to the main story. And Deku, was told he has two quirks, a super intelligence and basically a quirk just like his mother's, but a lot more powerful. So Deku goes home, he's super happy, like, he's like, yeah, I got two quirks, that's pretty cool. And Inko is like, excuse me, yeah, we're going to celebrate that at, soon, like, after your school day tomorrow, we will celebrate because it's pretty late right now. We will do everything tomorrow. So the next day, ships. Hold on, give me a second. I don't know if I see who's going to be a ship. The ship will be Momo because I haven't done a Momo ship yet, or I probably have done it, and it's just been. Oh yeah, I was doing one in fucking Red Dead. Let me actually, real quick question. Let me know if I should continue Red Dead. It's been a long time, so yeah. Anyways, back to the main story. I want to say, because of Momo, parents want her to lay low, well, for a little while because she was being taking pictures of, when she was at her old school. So, Bakugo is bullying Momo for having, I want to say her quirk is at least decent, but in Bakugo's eyes, it's pretty bad. And when Deku walks in, he says, Kachan, you better leave her alone. And Bakugo says, oh yeah? And I bet you don't, you're quirkless. And Deku says, I have the quirk. And Bakugo says, ooh, what quirk is this? And Deku says, I got an intelligent quirk and a, stronger versions of my mom's quirk. And Bakugo says, oh, this will be a fun fight then. And start to, fight Deku. And I want to say this, Deku wiped the floor. Or you think Bakugo is, yeah, he doesn't have any bruises or anything. He was just knocked around. That's basically it. He was forced pushed into a wall, and that's about it. And with the two goons, the one that is with the leans, he force pulled into the ground, and the other one he force pushed away. So he brought his hand out to this girl with black hair, and she thanked him, and he said, and Izuku says, no problem. That's what heroes are for, right? As Momo says, yeah, that is, and says, is this, yeah, I guess so. And Deku says, you must be new, I'm Izuku Midori. And Momo saying, I'm Momo Rarutsu, nice to meet you. And Izuku says, hopefully we get to be friends for a long time. As the bell rings, Izuku says, we should be going. As Deku, Momo, and Nutsu went to their separate classes. And, give me a second. Thinking, the teacher said, okay, Izuku, please explain your quirk. And Deku explains his quirk, telling everyone it's basically a stronger version of his mom's. And so, yeah. I want to say Deku is still being bullied. And Deku is paying no mind to it. Mm, Main reason is, yeah, Deku does not really care because once his second version of his quirk activated, he's like, yeah, I'm good. I would say he's on the same level of intelligence with Nezu, which means Deku is very smart. I mean, very smart. Um, Give me a second. Let me think. With that being said, Deku has actually got offered to move up a couple grades. Deku denied. And I want to say, hey, yeah, middle school year. For the final day, I want to say Momo is in a different school at this point. They went to the same school for a very long time, so they do have their numbers. And Deku does go over to her house. Or sometimes she might go over to Izuku's. Like, we're pretty good friends. And, when the teacher walks in and he throws the papers, since Deku has the Force, he catches all the paper and puts it on his desk. And the teacher says, thank you, Izuku. With, he already said with speech because I'm not saying that shit is getting way too old. And he said, as everyone their quirks, except for Izuku and Bakugo, who the teacher says, "Stop using your quirks. I know you're all very side, but there are two people who are interesting going to UA." And Bakugo says, "Yeah, uh, wait, who else of your extras are going to UA?" And and everyone looked at Izuku because no one else is actually capable of going to UA except for Bakugo and Deku. Everyone doesn't really call him Deku. They call him Grey because he wears a lot of gray. Even though he does eventually wear some green here and there, I just want to kind of give him like another nickname. And and everyone says, "Hey, it might be Gray. Who knows?" As Bakugo's look at Deku, says, "Deku, you say nerd. Are you planning to go to EA?" And Izuku says, "Think about it. I know you're an idiot, but you're not that much of an idiot." As everyone says, "Ooh." And Bakugo says, "What do you say to me, damn it?" As the bell ring. Deku, he does have the proto saver. He has the prototype. Actually, no. I don't say he has a proto saver. His first lightsaber will be light. This is his first version of the lightsaber. So, Bakugo decides to try to mess with um Deku. Deku, who used the light, actually decides to test out the lightsaber. Deku turn it on and um slicing down. Um, um, I want to say this is the lightsaber will be meant for scaring people. It's not actually meant to hurt, unless he has to be lethal. Um, Heroes are allowed to kill only on their. Actually, heroes do kill all certain villains certain times, like killers. They kill villains because like what you're supposed to do when you're not allowed to kill someone who's going to kill you is not very fair because one, you're only allowed to knock them out, and two, if they did come out and you have a family and they hold a grudge, they will be coming for you. So yeah. So killers were iffy. So actually I might have Deku become a villain later in the story. Maybe. Actually, yes, 100%. But he will be training as a hero. So yeah. Um only if I get to a certain event. Um so yeah. Hopefully you like this series a lot and I can eventually get to past the USJ and to the Forest Training Camp arc because that will be probably the time he becomes a villain and the story goes to hell. So yeah, uh, Deku will get a taste of the light side, and I want him to at least get a taste of the dark side. Deku, he didn't make it to. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have him. I want to say he did have a taste of the light side a lot. So yeah, no, he doesn't know what dark side feels like. So I'm going to have him become a between a Sith Lord and a Jedi. So yeah, scratch Deku being a hero. Fuck that. So I want to say one day, actually no, still same day. Deku is walking. Actually no, then it can't be Momo for the ship. It will be actually know what? Screw it. Momo is going to become a villain as well. Oh. I want to say Momo decides to actually help Deku get home. And Deku actually. No, Momo called Deku saying if he wants a ride, just like old times. And Deku decided, nah, I'm good. As as Deku, I want to say Bakugo actually, instead of Vesal's a villain, an accident, I want to say it will be Bakugo who actually tries to bully Deku. I want to say it's just him, which is a very bad idea. I want to say Bakugo finally pissed off Deku, which his Sith eyes come out. And Deku grabs his lightsaber, his first form, and cuts on Bakugo's arms. And Bakugo sees these horns growing in eyes. And Bakugo says, "What? I thought you want to become a hero." And Deku said this, "Fuck becoming a hero." And fucking slices Bakugo's head off. It slowly rolls away. And that's how Deku becomes a villain. I want to say, Shigaraki was actually walking past. He says, huh, I guess you want to become a villain, huh, kid? And Deku lights up his lightsaber and points it at Shigaraki. Shigaraki says, whoa, whoa, calm down. And jeez, that's actually a pretty cool weapon. What do you call it? And Deku looks at it and calls it a lightsaber. Ooh, by the way, actually, no. It's not Bakugo he kills, it's someone else who's trying to bully him. Actually, no, it would be Bakugo. Hold on, let me think of someone who... No, it's going to be Ida. Ida's going to have the light side. Yeah, light side of Force. It's going to be Deku versus Ida. And Shigaraki offers Deku to join the League of Villains. Deku thinks about it and says, sure, why not? And he says, kid, are you, how old are you? And I want to say Deku's 16. And Deku says, I'm 16. And Shigaraki says, fuck, well, alright, fine, kid. And takes him to their hideout. And All For One greets Deku, saying, Shigaraki, I'm guessing this is going to be a new member of the League of Villains. Our first and former, partner, huh? And Shigaraki says, yeah, I think this kid kill his, was that your best friend or what? Deku says, ex-childhood friend. And they, All For One says, ooh, let me guess, he probably bullied you or something. Deku says he didn't just bully me, he bullied the entire school. And I'm pretty sure I did the entire school a favor. And the All For One, I mean, actually when All For One says, Shigaraki, why did you bring him anyways? He looks like his quirk might be weak. And and Shigaraki says, his quirk is not weak, master. Yes, what is your what is your quirk? To allow you build that theme. And Deku says, oh, this is a lightsaber. Um, Here, if you need it, here. And hands the lightsaber over to Shigaraki. Shigaraki holding, I want to say his pinky off of it, saying, huh, this is a pretty neat quirk. Pretty neat. And Shigaraki points the open part saying, "Oh, what's this?" And Deku points it away, saying, "Never do that. You might cut your own face off if you do that." And Deku turns it on, and where the blade comes out. And Sigaraki's extremely impressed, and All For One is too. He's like, well, I take back saying the quirk is weak. Super genius quirk. Deku says, not just super genius. I have the same form. I have a stronger form of telekinesis than my mother. And All For One is intrigued, saying, how about would you also like to become my apprentice? Is that, if that's okay with you, Sigaraki. Sigaraki says, I have no problems with him becoming another apprentice of yours. Because he might be able to teach me how to use this thing. Like, Sigaraki's extremely impressed. And Deku says, thank you. And I'll accept your offer. By the way, I should probably start heading home. And Kirigiri offered to teleport him. Deku says, know what? Why not? And Deku, this is when he starts making on this version. This is the version he's making, the second form. I want to say Deku's about, he's been working on that one for, or, this one takes him about 2 years. So he's been working on that one for 4 years. And today is his first day of finishing it. I want to say a instead of the 10 months of training, actually during the 10 months of training, I want to say Deku was training with Shigaraki, and his phone started to go off. He says, Shigaraki, or boss, and Shigaraki says, it's fine for you to call me Shigaraki. I'm okay with you. And Deku says, hey, is it alright if I grab my phone real quick? And Shigaraki says, yeah, I don't see him right now. Go ahead. And it's Momo who's calling him. Deku picks it up, saying, oh, Momo, how are you? She says, I'm pretty good. I got a, fiend, I'm trying to think what the fiends are called for them to get into you. A invite to, already going to UA. Everything's going to be paid for. And Deku says, I'm happy for you. I won't be going to UA, sadly. I changed my mind about it. And Momo says, what? Wait, why? Hey, Deku says, well, hero business just not my interest no more. And Shigaraki hears this and says, maybe his friend will be willing to give him info. And Shigaraki walks up saying, hey Deku, after you're done calling, I would like to talk to you. And Deku says, oh, about our plans, we will, are the plans still on for tonight? And Momo says, yeah. And Deku says, okay, thank you. Alright, I have to go now. Bye. As Deku hangs up, saying, Shigaraki, what do you need? He says, well, we still need a spy, and maybe you can use her in a way. Saying, what quirks and who's in class. And Deku says, not a bad idea, but here's the problem with that. She will get straight. Actually, no, she won't. How about this? I'll give you info. I will see what info she gives me, and if you don't make her, it's my deal. As Shigaraki says, Yeah, that's actually fair enough deal for me. Me. And I want to say All for One ask for Deku to come and see him. And I want to say Shigaraki says, "Ooh, you've been working hard on your training, huh? I almost forgot. All for One want to see you." And Deku says, "Oh, really? I wonder what he wants." And Kirigiri walks in and says, eh, it's, it's a gift from him. Let's just say that. And when I want to say Kirigiri opens a portal, well, All for One says, "Oh, Izuku. Um, so how was your training, young one?" Deku says, "It went well, master. What do you want with me, though?" As, um, All for One hand him a small little box. Deku opens up this box and sees his first costume. And Deku says, "Thank you so much, master." As All for One says, "Hold on, I want to give you something else, Izuku." As, um, All for One gives Izuku a quirk. I want to say a, what should this quirk? Actually, no, this would be the Force Lightning. This All for One gives him a lightning quirk and a time slowing quirk, right, that affects other people. That's how I'm going to do this. And Deku is in a lot of pain and says, "It's all for master. What did you give me?" Knowing what his quirk does. And All for One says, "I give you two quirks. One is a lightning type of ability, and the other is a time slowing ability." So, I'm going scratch off him having force lightning and um force slow time. He is now given that from All for One. I want that to happen instead. And All for One says, "You may leave now." And Deku says, "Okay." And All for One says, "Oh, one more thing. I want you to change into that real quick. See how you like it." As Deku leaves and goes to the bathroom and changes into it. And he walks out. Shigaraki says, "Holy shit, that's fucking awesome." As Izuku pulls up the hood, saying, "I think I'm going to like this a lot." And Kirigiri says, "It fits you, Izuku. It really does." I want to say under there's the mask. Actually, I'm just going to combine it. So he gets all of this, like the armor, but it's under his hood basically. And basically, yeah, that would be basically the armor. And he does without the mask. Way it's going to work, it's going to be like a nano type of mask. And Deku taps on the hood and the mask forms. And Shigaraki says, "Ooh, that's fucking awesome." I guess, as we all know who's All for One's favorite, huh? As Shigaraki's actually kind of bummed out. And Deku says, "Shigaraki, I know you destroyed the one lightsaber I gave you, but I made spare. And I made it where your quirk won't decay." And Shigaraki is actually mind blown by this. And Deku says, would you kindly test it out, please?" As Shigaraki places his hand on it, and it doesn't decay. And Sigaraki's very impressed. He thanks Deku and says, "You are probably one of my best choices, to be honest." And Deku says, "Thank you. And I may practice a lifesaver so where it won't hurt each other if we do hit each other." And Deku um pulls out this blue. Actually, he gave Sigaraki a red lightsaber, and he pulls out this bluish lightsaber and gives it to Sigaraki. So yeah, um, know what? I'm going to leave it off here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, and hope you all would want a part two of this because this is this will happen very interestingly. So yeah, um, yeah. If you like the video, thank you. If you sub, thank you. If you dislike, let me reason know why. Um, yeah, that's about it. See ya.